Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Today I thought we'd have a look at the Guardian crossword just for a bit of variety, so I'm going to call that up and just try and solve my way through it with you. So here we go. It's set by Pasquale, one of the more traditional setters normally, so we'll see if that pans out. 1 across, something metallic covering behind, or something 18 covering much more. We'll probably need to know what 18 down is for that. We'll come back to it, I reckon. 1 down, strikes briefly, undermining, firm, making money. Coinage would be something under co, but I can't think of the answer. 2 down, crime, but not of one type of criminal. Offence, but not of, would be fence, which is one type of criminal, a receiver of stolen goods. 11 across, move furtively and quietly behind cowboy's enemy. It seems to be saying an Indian there, and yes, one of the tribes of Indian is Cree, tribes of Native Americans, we better say. Quietly behind that gives us creep, and that means move furtively. 9 across, suit constrains part of belly. Fundament? No, I don't know. 3 down, Alexander the Great's regent. There's some classical knowledge I don't immediately have. Rebelling against father. Wow. 1 across, something metallic covering behind. Aft could be behind. Or something 18, caftan. So I reckon that's right, because that puts a aft in a can, which is something metallic. I think when we get to 18, we'll find it's something that could describe a caftan, like some fabric in bed, fashionable. No, I don't know what that is, but obviously I guess the answer will be a definition applying to like some fabric. So 1 down, the strikes briefly, undermining, firm, making money. Still think it can begin with co. Can't see what the money is, and just popping back to 3 down, anti, and then father, Antipater. Is that Alexander the Great's regent? Probably. It's much more likely than Antipapa or something. We'll try it. 13 across. What colonist will do having captured a foreign city? Well, a colonist will settle. If you put A in that, you get Seattle, which is a foreign city. 17 across. Rev in moving circle, anagram of circle, cleric. 14 down. In Parisian Avenue, that's an allée. Fellow would briefly dance. Allemande, I think, is a dance. So we put man, and then D for would briefly, as in I'd do something. So 22, or manned, would be fellow would, I suppose. Man apostrophe D. Now we have to nip down for these clues, that's a shame. 22, subsequently stifles one's pet's noise, solution being found. 26, kind of senior officer, leading army corps. Unit, maybe, for the army corps. No. 28, after travelling, you finally stayed for 24 hours. So it's an anagram of the last letter of U and stayed. And Tuesday is always 24 hours long. 21, escape from land after start of fighting. So that's flight. Light is to land. 26 across. So the kind of senior officer is a gen for general. I'm thinking it's genre, but that doesn't work brilliantly for a couple of reasons. And one is the definition, and one is what RE would mean. So I'm not absolutely certain there. Subsequently is later, and if that stifles one's pet, a pet noise is mew. So we get lime water, which must be a solution of lime, presumably. 23 down, exercise in part of southeast England being reported. Well, that's Weald, which sounds like W-E-A-L-D. So this 26 across is genre, but it's treating Army as RE, and the Royal Engineers is only a regiment, so that's a bit poor. And it's giving corps as a definition of genre, which I wouldn't immediately have seen. So bed is cot and fashionable is Tony, and remember one across was an 18 fabric, so it's a cottony one. 27, get your butts on the ground. Wow, I don't know whether that's referring to cigarette butts or bottoms. Let's have a look at 19 down. Remuneration, pay, restrict staff, rod. It's a travesty, parody. Order, arms. Yes, that puts the butts of soldiers' rifles on the ground. 19 across. Little dog eats poet's works and causes trouble. I think that's plays up. So pup eats lays. Well, to be honest, a poet is probably even more likely to write plays than lays, but never mind. 20 down, collecting financial documents, work steadily and devotedly. Work steadily here is ply, so the financial documents are IOUs, and we get piously meaning devotedly. 29 across, like a rogue child invading a railway. A railway has to be A-R-Y. I want to put either imp or tot in it. 24, indication of freezing time. Temp 0 would be an indication of freezing, and tempo means time. Ooh, 525. Maoris hang around New Zealand writer. Well, that's Ngaio Marsh, who writes Agatha Christie style mysteries, I believe, although I'm not going to claim I've read any of them, but she appears on a lot of bookshelves I've seen. So we can fill that in. 29 across, like a rogue child invading a railway. Still can't see what that is. It's a slightly strange H. Ooh, better do 16 down. French brother, frère, endlessly drinking coffee, latte, is 11. Well, it must be flatterer, because that's frère without its end, drinking latte, but we'll have to see why a flatterer is 11. Archly is probably like a rogue child, and that has CH entering a RLY, which is I think an Ordnance Survey abbreviation of railway. So 11 was a flatterer. Oh, creep, we've done that already. Okay, fair enough. 10 across, where some Brummies find home in Glastonbury. Aston is found in Glastonbury in the word, but in Birmingham in real life. 4, acquaintance gets sealed deal. Not right. No, can't see that. 6 down. A curate is naughty, must be an anagram of those first 3 words. We understand the risks. Oops, written in the wrong place. Actuaries. 7 down, doesn't begin with E necessarily, therefore mess about with difficult puzzle, not beginning, so stinker, not beginning, gives us tinker. 4 down, acquaintance gets, well, luckily that C is right, contact and contract there. 4 down, one may shed some light, it's a cresset, I think. I need to look that up to work out exactly what it is. Lamp holder, I think. Meal with nasty smell. Tiffin is a meal. A niff and it are sent back. 12 across. Former type of exam. Past oral with E. Gives us a musical composition. Extra money request. When in need of a drink. Looks like tipple. Suit constrains part of belly. No, I'm not seeing that either. Strikes briefly. Ooh, can't quite see what's going on here. Firm. Oh, kopecks. Wow, that's kind of odd. Russian coins, old ones, maybe, and an unusual spelling of them as well. Suit constrains part of belly. Should be able to get that from these letters. Pinstripe, and that's a type of suit. Pins and tripe is part of a cow's belly. And 8 down, tip is the extra money, plea is the request, and we are done. So, yeah, I mean, a fairly regular set of clues, which I think may have been what we were expecting from Pasquale. Nothing too devious or bizarre. A few traditional references. I think genre was the one I was not really happy with. And very neat puzzle. Thanks very much for watching, and do join us again on Cracking the Cryptic, and do feel free to subscribe. We'd love it if you would, and leave comments if there's anything you'd like to see or any criticism you have to make of us. That's fine. We can only learn. Thank you very much for your time.